Hello everyone, this is Scarlett. I recently watched a video by Johnny Walker Dread, and he was reacting to a video that Tim Pool put out about Dominick Black. Dominic Black stated in his testimony against his friend Kyle Rittenhouse that Kyle took the rifle without his permission. But he also did not stop Kyle from taking it once he found out that Kyle had it in his possession when they got in the car. I know Dominic Black also stated in another conflicting statement that he already saw Kyle have the gun inside the house when he put it on the table and gathered medical supplies. And I know that Dominic Black and Kyle are still friends this day, even after hearing that. But anyway, so Tim Pool outright stated that Dominic Black said that Kyle stole his gun. Now, when most people hear, oh, he took it without permission, like Dominic Black stated in their minds, that means they stole it. Right. I understand that. And I thought that too, to be quite honest. I thought that's what he was stating. And so what I decided to do was, after watching Johnny Walker Dread's video, it kind of changed my mind a little bit. It took some time, but eventually I decided, like, okay, maybe there's something more going on here. Maybe I was wrong. So what happened was, if somebody like goes over to your house, a friend or family, and they take something without permission, they didn't ask, but you catch them, and you could say, what are you doing? That's mine. Like, I know, I'm just borrowing it. And they said, well, you at least could have asked, but go ahead, just make sure you return it on this date. So it's no longer considered stealing. If someone gave you permission to like take it, like say, oh yeah, like bring it back when you're done, which you would have asked me. But in Dominic's case, he didn't say anything one way or the other. He just didn't say anything. When he caught Kyle in the car with it, he didn't tell him, hey, what are you doing? Put that back in the safe. He didn't say anything like that. He let Kyle take it. And considering the fact that they were at the car dealership together, taking pictures together, guarding the business together, I think it's safe to say that Dominic Black did not consider Kyle taking the gun without permission stealing, because he let him take it. Even though there are two conflicting statements about how Kyle obtained the gun, according to Dominic Black, there are two conflicting statements. Kyle tells a different story. Kyle says that the gun was already out of the safe. I mean, in Dominic Black's statement, the gun was already out of the safe as well, because his stepfather took them out in case there were riots, people were going to steal them. That's what he said. And then what happened was, Kyle said that Dominic told him to go down into the basement and get the rifle. And then, Kyle went and got it. And then they went to the riots. That's what Kyle said happened. Dominic said that Kyle took it without permission, that he didn't know about until he got in the car. And the other conflicting statement Dominic said was, I'm repeating myself here, he saw it on the table inside the house and Kyle was getting medical supplies. And so then they went there, and you know what happened after that. Tim Pool, I know that Johnny Walker Dread would disagree with me. I know he thinks that Tim Pool consciously made a decision to lie about Dominic's statement, saying Kyle stole it. Saying that he flat out lied and said that Dominic said that. But and from my point of view, I don't believe that Tim Pool lied. I believe he interpreted it the way he did, as when you say take without permission, that means stolen. And I know that there's more context to it if he didn't stop him from taking it, and Tim Pool also added that in there. But Tim Pool is solely focusing only on the statement of he took it without permission, and he's not focusing on, well, he let me take it anyway. He let him take it anyways. Like, he's not focusing on that, and he was also aware that of the conflicting statements that Dominic Black said, and also about Mark Richards when he asked, because he didn't state that Kyle's sister said this to Dominic Black. He asked if this is if she did say this, would you agree with it? And Dominic Black said, I would disagree. The statement, the question that Mark Richards said was, at the police station, are you aware of the statement that Mackenzie said that they were going to come up with a story to cover you because of you giving Kyle the gun, to come up with a story to cover him, like backup or whatever. And Dominic Black disagreed with that and said, I would disagree if that's what Mackenzie said. So yeah. Now I don't know if that conversation ever really happened, but I don't think that Mark Richards just pulled that out of thin air either. So I can't say confidently whether that happened or that didn't happen, but it's interesting to think about. And Tim Pool could have also been thinking about that as well when he said that Dominic was a spineless, pathetic loser, and that basically threw his friend Kyle on the bus and lied about how the gun was obtained and what happened with it. So it's Tim's focusing on took it without permission, that they supposedly, allegedly had a conversation together, Dominic and Mackenzie, about making up a story to cover Dominic's case, cover him so he wouldn't get in trouble. And the conflicting statements that Dominic Black made, gosh, I'm losing it. So I believe that those are what Tim Pool is focusing on. I don't think that he even acknowledged or really put any thought into Dominic saying, well, I didn't stop him from taking it. It's just the statement that he made before that, and the other thing about the alleged conversation between Mackenzie and him at the police station, talking about coming up with the story to cover Dominic, to prevent him from getting in trouble for giving Kyle the gun, like I said. And so sitting down and listening to Tim Pool say those things, at first I did not disagree that he was claiming that Dominic Black said that Kyle stole it. I wasn't disagreeing with that at the time until Johnny started pointing stuff out to me that I wasn't paying attention to. When I first watched the trial myself, I kind of came to the same conclusion. I wouldn't call Dominic Black a spineless, pathetic loser. No, that's not what was going in my mind. You know what I mean? I did think that he threw, Kyle underneath the bus, to cover, to save himself from getting in trouble. And then another thing, I forgot, that another thing that Tim Pool mentioned that also strengthened his idea that that Dominic was claiming that Kyle stole the gun was because I had it and now it's gone. Damn, what is wrong with me? I'm tired. I haven't been sleeping, so forgive me for that. It'll come back to me eventually. But so and me and Johnny had a Johnny Walker Dread, we had a conversation, and we were kind of like going back and forth, giving our point of view about what Dominic was meaning when he was talking. So I think that this whole thing is one huge misunderstanding. And just remembered another thing that Tim Pool didn't like. So apparently it happened. Dominic Black said that he was hoping that he would not get in trouble by Mr. Binger, the DA, if he testified against Kyle Rittenhouse. That was another thing that struck Tim Pool and it made him angry. And so in Tim's mind, it's okay, so you're basically throwing your friend underneath the bus by testifying against him so you don't get in trouble, which is what you stated basically. I mean, he didn't say, oh, I'm throwing my friend underneath the bus. No, he didn't say that. But it's like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to testify against my friend here so I can, not go to jail, right? To save himself. That's one thing that Tim Pool heard. And then the other one was the alleged conversation between Dominic and Mackenzie trying to come up with a story to, make sure that Dominic doesn't get in trouble by the police for giving, Kyle the gun. And then the two conflicting statements about how Kyle obtained the gun, and then him saying Kyle took it without permission. And when you add all those things in there, then it makes sense why Tim Pool would suggest that Dominic Black was implying that Kyle stole his gun. Because in his mind, and in my mind at the time, I was thinking, why would you, if you are not trying to say to the court that, Kyle, stole the gun, if you weren't implying that at all, why would you, have that alleged conversation with Kyle's sister in the police station to protect you from the charges, getting charged, saying that you're testifying against your friend, hoping you don't get locked up, and the two conflicting statements and stuff like that. Like, why would you say all those things in court if you were not trying to imply that Kyle stole it? I mean, he was saying those things on top of, well, I didn't tell him one way or the other to take it. He just took it and I didn't stop him. And we just went to the car dealership and did our thing, I think that people think that he's either that Dominic Black was either trying to cover to save himself or save Kyle at the same time. He was trying to make sure that him and Kyle both did not get in trouble. I mean, like, I get it, like, now, since Johnny Walker Dread pointed it out to me, would you want to
spend years in prison for a friend that you just only known for a couple of years. And then he also was talking about Tim Pool, like he was kind of like talking to Tim Pool, but not talking to him. He was just talking in a video. He's like, "Would you do that to your son, Tim? Would you tell your son to, go to jail for a friend, you know?" And well, not. I'm pretty sure Tim will never see that video, so probably never answer that question. But yeah. So I am. That's. I just feel like you know. Johnny Walker is being tough on Tim Pool, and I feel like Tim Pool is being a bit tough on Dominic Black. I think this is like one huge misunderstanding, and it needs to be corrected and taken care of. So I have been writing, I started writing articles yesterday, and I wrote another one today. First one was about the misconceptions of the Kyle Rittenhouse case, and then the one I wrote this morning was about did Dominic steal the gun? I mean, not Dominic. Did Kyle steal the gun? Wow, I'm tired. And was the charges against Dominic Black justified? And I answered them in my article that I wrote on my Twitter account, Scarlett Joe Nancy, which is the same name as my my YouTube channel. Wow, I'm really tired. So it's Scarlett Joe Nancy, Scarlett with a K, and that's where I post my stuff, and I'm hoping to get an interview with Kyle Rittenhouse. I think that would be beneficial. That would be really cool if I got to do that. So be hoping and praying about that. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to leave your comments down below, and I will answer as many as I can. It probably won't be a lot because I'm a small channel, but but yeah, so looking back now, I think that at best Tim Pool misinterpreted what was he saying, and at worst he was intentionally lying about what Dominic Black was saying in court. So yeah, and I'm glad that I got corrected by Johnny Walker Dread about some stuff. And Dominic Black was unjustly charged because I know looking at the statute face value, anyone who gives a minor a gun is guilty of this felony, right? But there are exceptions to each law and each statute that's there, so you need to look at it within context without just reading it and saying, well, there you go, there it is, because there's more to it than meets the eye. I did an analysis on this. I saw the references to it from Johnny Walker Dread's video, and then I looked it up myself, and I realized that Dominic Black was unjustly charged, and that the charges should be dropped immediately, and if not, he should be acquitted of those charges. So, and not only that, in my personal opinion, even if Dominic Black was guilty of giving Kyle the gun, 12 years is insane. It's just like, I heard it was 20, but I'm not sure. It might be 12. Either one, it's insane. Like, that's just crazy. It's so petty to give to give somebody 12 to 20 years in prison for giving a minor a gun. That's utterly ridiculous. I don't think it should be anywhere near that. That's stupid and unbearable. Because it doesn't, to me, it's like the minor in possession of the charge is just a misdemeanor. But an adult giving a minor a gun, now that's a felony and 12 years in prison. I'm pretty sure if they spend a year in prison and then probation, I think they'll get the point after that, right? You know, like you don't need a decade in prison to get the point across to somebody. You shouldn't have given them that gun. You know what I mean? I think that's just a little too harsh and unrealistic and insane. Um, so yeah, there's that. I just want to come on here real quickly and say those things. I will see you all in the next video. If you want to like and subscribe and share this video. Um, thank you very much. Have a nice day.